Big loud yes, especially for people who haven't been here before. Definitely cannot. Right, no, so no one knows it's wrong. Right. If it's unclear or you're not sure, please say so. And we will ask Spirit to present it in a way that you can understand it. Can you hear me?
No.
That's a shame. All right. Come to the ladies here, please. Yes, thank you. I'm being given the name Stan. Now, the feeling with this isn't a family member. This is a gentleman who was around with your father when you were quite a young child. This gentleman was very knowledgeable with, he's saying, with the way of wood, right? This gentleman worked with wood, right? He says he used to help your father when he had to try and build things. Can you understand with your father, he wasn't always quite adept with his hands. He was a little bit, his hands needed a bit of guidance. Can you understand that?
Yes, but it was pretty good.
Well, this gentleman says he was always there to help him out, right? He had to, he says, all right. This gentleman placed himself as sort of a tutor or a teacher type figure. Could you understand your father used to get inspiration?
Oh, yeah.
Right? This is where this link is with this gentleman, I'm being told. You understand, you always ask for inspiration. You ask for ideas. You always are asking to be given the words to tell people. Do you understand that? And you get a little bit frustrated sometimes when they don't always come. This gentleman's around you to try and help push through with the yes. Do you understand that? All right. He says he's here to oil and grease the gears that are going on, right? And make things work a little bit easier for you. Because he says you've always been one to strive for perfection, and you get upset when you don't get everything exactly right. Do you understand that? And he's here to try and hone your skills. Because he said this is something you've been practicing, and he wants you to continue on the path. Right? And he just says, you've been doing such a good job for a long time, even though you don't think so. He said many people have always come to you for help. And as much as sometimes you think you've got it wrong, he said you've always led them down the right path. And he's proud of you for doing that. All right? Now there's also a lady here who shows herself on the other side of the family. She shows herself nearly 5'1" tall, right? Quite a small lady. Absolute heart of gold, all right? She was one that everyone would come to. Okay, she's like you. She's the one everyone would come to when they were in strife or needed some help. And she says she was normally the last stop in regard to, they would try their own things first, and when things got desperate, she was always the one that they went to for the help and guidance. She had, she had very, I'm saying she had very white hair, all right? And she said it was never white, okay? Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Right. It was white. Right? Don't care what she says, I'll tell you how I'm being shown her. But she's just, be aware she is around you as well. Okay. There's a lot of love from her to you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And, okay, are you aware of the sensation you get running down your arms?
Yes.
Right. There's a tingling sensation?
Yes.
Yep. That's her energy, okay? So when that's happening, that's an opportunity for you to use that energy the best way you think fit. All right?
Thank you.
May we leave that with you, please, with a lot of love. She's bringing a single red rose for you as well, but she's also bringing a plastic bucket, a little one that you'd have as a kid down at the beach. Right? There's no little plastic spade with this, right? It's just a plastic bucket. Can you understand with yourself, you like to use your hands a lot, but they're not quite as nimble as they used to be.
Yes.
Right. Because this is, it's like you're digging in the dirt with your hands. That's right. Do you understand the feeling now? It's like digging the dirt. Do you understand with your hands? And it's not. I'm showing needlework. You used to be good with needlework, right? But that's now. It's like digging the dirt. You understand? That's a feeling. This is what she's bringing, and that's the symbology of this bucket. Believe it or not, that's how she's brought it. Because it's like this being in the dirt, being in the sand, and you're not grabbing anymore. Do you understand that? She says that's just life. That's getting older, right? But you're getting wiser. She says. So enjoy. Maybe leave that with you, please.
Thank you very much.
Could we come to the lady here in the red, please? Yes, thank you. Carol does this to me, makes me use a microphone, and I can't talk, you see, because I use my hands. Not in my normal life, only in this one. Can you place a gentleman on father's side of the family? He shows himself as about 6 foot tall. He was, in his older years, he used to have to wear glasses for reading. He would always, you know when you're in trouble, he'd always be looking over the top of his glasses at you. He had a very good head of hair, alright? Okay. He had a little bald spot that he used to always cover up, because this gentleman he always used to wear a hat, okay? He always used to wear a hat when he went out. Do you understand? That was just to hide the bald spot, he's saying. He was very proud of himself, alright? Very proud of his appearance. He said in his day that was a bit odd, as such, to be as proud of his appearance as he was. He said, not like some of the youth today who go over the top with hair gel and everything else, but he was quite proud of his hair. Do you understand that? You place with yourself that you've got this pride within you. You have a very strong centre where you know you have to present yourself well every day. And this just isn't this isn't because you're a female, this is just how you've been brought up, to always present yourself in a good light. Can you understand that? Right? Because this is like a spitting image of this gentleman. And he's saying this is a way the whole family has been brought up with very strong morals, right? And a very good ethic code. And he's saying you're having a bit of trouble at the moment because you've been analysing some of those morals and ethics within yourself and are starting to look at things differently. Can you understand that? And he admires that you're actually challenging the beliefs that were set within you from a young age. And he wants to encourage you to keep exploring. And do not be afraid with answers that you will get. Alright? You're aware on father's side of the family was a little bit disjointed. There was some odd marriages that went on. Are you aware of that? If you could look into that, please, because he's just giving that as a little bit more evidence that on father's side there was all is not as it seems. Okay? And he says that it was always a case of do as I say, don't do as I do. Right? And he wants you now to be free from all that and do what you need to do. Can we leave that with you, please? With a lot of love. He's also saying there's an anniversary in November. He's given late November, around the 26th anniversary of the passing. If you can't place that, just hold on to that thought. He's saying the 26th. We don't always quite get it right, but it's in late November. Right? And he's just bringing in a pedal car. an old steel pedal car. Now, he'd like to take you right back. This doesn't feel like yours, but it was someone in the family had this little steel pedal car. And it's battered and worn. Absolutely, it was loved to death. And he's just bringing that across to, do you understand that feeling at the moment? Of being a little bit battle weary. Right? And he said it can be cleaned up and brought back to new, and he wants you to take the time for yourself to get yourself in the right state. May we leave that with a lot of love, please. Thank you. Could we come to the lady just here, please? Thank you. Can you understand with yourself, you've been getting really fidgety lately. You want to change your direction, but you've got in your own head where you want to go and what you want to do, but there's that doubt. You've got a lot of confidence, but you haven't got enough confidence to make a decision yet. Can you understand that? Because there is a desperate need around you to make the changes. Do you understand? Especially because the mental, I'm being told, the mental torture you're being put through. And it is up to you to make the changes. No one else will do it for you. And there's a gentleman here, we'll get to him in a minute, he's on the other side of the family, who says, you will be pushed to the point where you will have to make a decision if you don't decide sooner. All right? This gentleman was on the other side of the family. He was only about 5'6", 5'7" tall. Very astute gentleman, very sharp-witted. He's saying he passed around the age of 50. He's given 52 to 58 years old. He's a bit okay. Age didn't really bother him, right? But he passed at quite an early age, around 52 to 58 years old, which is a bit of a span, but that's what he's giving. He was always in control. Okay. This gentleman served in the armed services. He was very regimental. It was belted into him basically when he was in the armed services. Can you place a gentleman on the other side of the family? The key to him was being in the services. He was quite short. I say short, but the key to him was his so regimental, knew exactly what he wanted to do. He was just straight down the line as well. Can you place this gentleman, please? Right. Okay. Can you understand with yourself? You know directly at what you want to do. You're very sharp. Mind-wise, you're very sharp. You understand? And okay, he's saying you can be a bit regimental as well. You like to have everything planned out, and you want to. You know what you need to do to get where you want to go. Do you understand that? This is the trait coming through. All right. This gentleman's saying there's a ruby ring in the family. Okay? It looks, it's a squarish cut type ruby ring. Are you aware of that? Okay. Right. It's do you know it's a squarish cut? All right. We'll try and get it another way. It's all right. They'll give it until we get it. He's giving the month of March for celebrations. Do you understand that? he's giving the month of March. If you can hold on to that, right? The key though for you is you need to make some decisions before you're pushed too far. Okay? Do you understand? And you need to, he'd rather you make them sooner than later and move forward. He just brings a lot of love, and he's just bringing a ginger cat for you as well. Alright? There's a ginger cat. Be aware of this energy, okay, around your feet. This is a ginger tomcat. Quite affectionate though. Big buffy boy. Just be aware of that energy around everything. Okay? May we leave that with you, please. Thank you. Where's the next victim? Who come to lady who's here, please? Thank you. Yes, yes. Can you place a gentleman, the name of Roger in spirit, please?
Yes.
Right. Roger. You understand the sense of humour with this gentleman. Very dry. People didn't understand you. Right. Do you understand with yourself your lack of sense of humour? Where you tend to take things quite seriously. Right? And it's not that you don't have a sense of humour, he just thinks you've got a lack of sense of humour. Right? And he just wants to say to you, let things go. Enjoy yourself. Don't let any health issues get in your way. Do you understand this? Because you've had to deal with this in the past and he doesn't want to see anything recurring. Do you understand? He's saying the only way you can do that is to let go. You understand you like to have a tight grasp on things. This is what he's talking about. You need to just let go. Let others sort things out. Right? Do your own thing and enjoy yourself. And don't care what other people think. Even if you think you're being a bit of an idiot or whatever, enjoy yourself. It doesn't matter what others think. It's how you are within yourself. Do you understand that? This is all this gentleman wants to say to you today, is to let things go. Let go of the reins, try not to control everything, and enjoy yourself. You know? Make the most of your time. Do what you want to do, and forget about the others. You know, that's not quite his words, but that's the only way to present what he's saying. You understand? Right? And he really, really, really wants you to enjoy life. Okay? May we leave him with you, please. He doesn't come across as a loving sort of person. Do you understand that? So he doesn't pass on his love as such. You understand?
Yeah, I know it is.
But he did have a heart, right? And he does have a connection with you. And in his own little way, he'd give you a hug, but he wouldn't want to. Do you understand? And he's just brought a thistle for you. Okay? He says that's the best he can do. Do you understand his thorniness? Symbolic of him. He says they do have a flower though, right? So it's not all that bad. May we leave that, please? I would like for my guys to give you a lot of love. Thank you. Could we come to the gentleman here, please? Yes, you. I'm being given that it's a Johnny or a Tommy sounding name. It sounds, and this sounds like a Johnny or a Tommy. Can you place a Johnny or a Tommy? The feeling of this, it's more mother's side of the family, this gentleman. If not to say no, then we'll
There might be someone there.
It's like that. It's a Johnny, a Tommy, a Ronnie. It's something along those lines. It's like a Y or an IE at the end. Just put the name aside, because this gentleman, says he passed in the Second World War. Right? This is on the other side of the family. And this was in the later years of the war. He's given around 44. Right? He was a very proud man. He shows himself around, he passed around the age of about 25 to 27 years old. And he wore his uniform as pride. He was about 5'11" tall, just a touch taller than me. He said he was a little bit scrawny to start with. In his younger days, even though he passed when he was young, in his younger days as a kid, he was a bit scrawny. He used to have trouble with his legs as a child as well.
You sure you're
Yep. Had trouble with his legs as a child. Alright? And he managed to overcome, it's like it was an illness he had, but he managed to overcome that as he got older. And he matured into a very proud gentleman. Can you place this gentleman on the other side of the family? It's alright. Are you aware of a gentleman passing in the Second World War on the other side? Alright, we'll keep going, we'll see where he's going. Do you understand with yourself, you struggled as a child at school. You found school not the place for you. That's right. Yeah, and you wanted to try and get out of there and get on your own pathway, because you knew within yourself you had to be somewhere else. Alright? And this gentleman's saying, did you know wrong? You've always made your own decisions and just got on with it, irrespective of what anyone else tried to tell you. Do you understand that?
very vividly. My left hand and I just refused to rub
Right.
right hand because I didn't want to what I didn't like.
Good. But can you understand? Yeah, but can you understand? You just made your own decisions and you got on with it.
That's my personal.
Yep. And it doesn't matter what anyone says. You'll just do what you want to do. You won't take any advice. You'll listen, but you won't take any advice. You understand? Okay. This gentleman's around you at this time, right? He was very similar, but he said it's a strength. Being able to do what you want to do is a strength. Okay. He's also saying that you've mellowed a little bit, right? Only a little bit. All right. And he'd like you just to mellow a little bit more. He said then you'll start to get the balance that's needed. All right? Because he says this drives you on though. This is what keeps you going. You have a thirst for life and you just want to keep going head first. Right? And he wants you just to lift your head up a bit now and then and have a look around and take a breather. He's saying the body's not quite what it used to be. Right? And you need to just back off a little bit. Can you understand this? Right? But never ever let go of that spark that's within you. Or actually, he's just said the fire within you. Right? He says it's going to take a lot to put that out. He says, when you go to the grave, the coffin will be on fire. Do you understand? You've got that much, and he admires it. Right? He just wants you to just ease up just that little bit.
I suspect it's more than that.
All right. It's just, he's saying it's just for the sake of those around you. They need you just to back off a little bit. All right. That they're concerned that you still think you're 20 years old. All right.
Doesn't work. Yes. The ambition there.
Can we leave that with you, please, with a lot of love? And just know there's such a vibrant energy around you, but I'm sure you're aware, right? And you've always been looked after.
Oh, I appreciate it.
He's bringing one boot. One boot. Just be aware of the missing boot. Alright? Just something for you to hold on to, just for confirmation. Be aware of the missing boot. Alright? He's bringing the right boot, so be aware of the left boot missing. Just something for you.
I do understand.
Please? Okay, thank you. Quick one. Could you come to the gentleman at the back, please? Yes? That's all right. Just want to make sure. Yeah. Can you understand the feeling with you at the moment? You feel like you're in limbo.
Yes.
And this is to do with, particularly with the work situation, where you're not getting the recognition that you deserve. It's not that you deserve it, but it's you're not being appreciated. Do you understand that? And you're getting a little bit annoyed, shall we say, that it's taken so long. It's like there's others around undermining you, and you're the one that does the hard work all the time, but it's like the others take the glory. Can you understand that?
Yes.
I'm being told this is not going to change, but you know that. You know you're the one that needs to do something to reap the rewards. Now there's a lady here, she's on the other side of the family. She shows herself around 5'4" tall. Her personality type is that of the cross between a fox terrier and a bull terrier. Right? She had that get up and go, and once she grabbed onto something, she would not let go. You understand that?
Yes, I can.
You understand, you have that determination within you, but feeling around you at the moment it's like it's being beaten out of you. Do you understand that? And she's around you at this time just to give you a little bit more of that tenacity and that energy of a fox terrier as well. Right? She's saying that this is going to still continue on for a few months before the change happens for you, before you decide to set things in motion. But when you do, things are going to be so much easier for you. And she just wants to dangle a carrot in front of you. No, she just changed. She said, no, a big lump of steak in front of you. You understand that? Just to get the sniff of it and straighten you up and get you going in the direction you need to be. Can we leave that with you, please? She brings a lot of love, and they're trying from their side to give you more energy. Just be receptive and open to it, and let them flow through, and things will start moving for you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your lovely attention.